everybody, it's your girl Afro Story. This is another installment in my body image bootcamp series, and I'm entitling this particular video, They Watch Us. So just to recap a little bit, the first video that we talked about was how we clean house, if you will. How do we become our own mirrors? How do we, when we gaze into a mirror, see our reflection that is molded and shaped by our own values, desires, and needs? In the second installment that I did, talked briefly about how our image is divine and looking at how when we look into the mirror, we should see an image of the Creator, and any other types of images that are out there that say that they are the specific and only type of depiction of the Creator is very false, and we need to be careful of those type of images, particularly in religious and spiritual context. And so this one, They Watch Us, we're moving a little bit back to the world, if you will. So we came from the spiritual realm back into the world, and I'm talking about children, young people. They watch us. So I guess, directing this video to people that are adults or young adults, if you will, and just recognizing that we have to create and maintain positive images of ourselves, not only for us, but for the younger generation, for the people that look up to us. And so, just like our image is birthed from the Creator, in turn, the images of our children are birthed from us. So I feel that we must take care in how we present ourselves, not even to the world, but to the young eyes that soak us in like sponges. Because for those of you all that have children, I myself do not, but I've taught children, we know that they can be like they can be like parrots. They can mimic us in so many ways. So we have to be careful about what we do, what we say, and how we perceive ourselves. If, mommy and daddy is always talking about, gosh, I hate how nappy my hair is, or, I hate how dark my skin is, or I wish my eyes were a different color, then not only are we having what we would call body dissatisfaction for ourselves, not only are we dissatisfied with our own body images, but our children then in turn see those attributes that we look down upon as something that's negative. And I feel sometimes we should look at, okay, if our children do not like dating people that look like us, for example, they don't like dark skin, they only like light skin, or they don't like light skin, they may only like dark skin, then we have to recognize that that may be their preference, but also sometimes we need to self-evaluate. Am I a dark sister chick that has always talked badly about my skin complexion? If you do that, you have to recognize that a young boy, a young man, he sees that, he hears that, he hears you, like with Avatar from James Cameron, that film, he sees you, okay? So regardless of what you may be saying to him, if he sees a particular type of pattern with you, mommy or daddy, aunt, uncle, grandmother, grandfather, if he sees you systematically looking down upon a specific attribute that you yourself possess, don't be surprised if he finds someone, a special someone, that may not have those characteristics that you frown upon. For example, this whole dynamic when it comes to like, why don't brothers or whatever like women with natural hair? Well, we have to understand that if a brother has never seen women close to him rock natural hair, and if they've never heard women close to them talk positively about natural hair, don't be upset when they look at natural hair as something to be despised, something to be hidden, something to be looked at within disgust, something that is to be completely rejected. All right, this is important to us when we're talking about preference or sexual selection, if you will, how we select a mate. That has generational consequences, that has familial contextuality. We don't just exist and operate in a vacuum. Our preferences are in many ways shaped by the preferences of people around us. It's shaped by our upbringing, the learned behavior that we get in the home. And those are certain things that we need to be particularly attentive to as adults. We need to recognize that what we see, our children see. And if they watch us looking at ourselves in a way that is emulating and propagating self-hatred, then don't be surprised when that same type of response, psychosocial response, is emulated within them. I want to just conclude by saying we may not realize that simple comments that we make about our own bodies can become the destructive seeds, if you will, that are planted in the minds of our babies. If unchecked, then those same seeds can grow into something quite menacing. So let's check ourselves, myself included. Let's check ourselves by learning to love ourselves. Okay, so check yourself by learning to love yourself. And if not for your own sake, then for the sake of your children. So I hope this particular video reaches someone out there to recognize that how we view our bodies is also, in many ways, a kaleidoscope of how our children will then in turn view their bodies and the bodies of people around them. So to stay positive, we must first become positive, and loving who we are can help a generation, can help a nation love who they are. To learn more about how your body image shapes the body image of the next generation, check out my articles on how your body image shapes her and his beauty ideal. The first article breaks down how our perception of our own body type, hair texture, and skin color directly shapes the way our daughters perceive their skin, hair, and bodies. The second article focuses on how our body image influences the dating preferences of our sons. I challenge some of the highly controversial research on body image idealism, so you definitely want to check out both articles. The links are found in the description box below. And don't forget to join my website if you want to get more body image bootcamp posts and videos. And we can stay in touch on Facebook and Twitter. Just follow the links below. Thanks for watching.